If you are traveling to Manila, Philippines as a domestic traveler coming from any part of the country or as an OFW, non-OFW, or foreign national coming from different parts of the world, then this video will explain the international and domestic travel requirements that you need to prepare as of September 2021. Stay tuned and watch the video to know more. Welcome to DenZ TV. Please subscribe and hit the notification bell so you receive updates as they are posted. This video contains information about the following: Community Quarantine Classification of Metro Manila, which is Modified Enhanced Community Quarantine or MECQ from September 1 to September 7. Therefore, only essential travel is allowed. Domestic travel requirements from Philippine Airlines, AirAsia, and Cebu Pacific Air. And international travel requirements for OFWs, non-OFWs, and foreign nationals arriving in Manila. Please take note that the travel requirements, both domestic and international, will most likely remain the same even if the quarantine classification for Metro Manila changes within the month of September. However, if these requirements do change, then DenZ TV will try to provide an update. Let's start with the domestic travel guidelines from Philippine Airlines. This is for local travelers coming from different parts of the country, whether you are traveling from Luzon, Visayas, or Mindanao. What are the things that you need to prepare if you are traveling via Philippine Airlines? First, please note that there's a mandatory wearing of face masks and face shields, mandatory use of the Trace mobile application for contact tracing, and a registration to the Philippine Airlines passenger profile and health declaration form. The link to the passenger profile and declaration form will be provided in the video description below. More on the travel guidelines. According to the IATF Resolution Number 130-A, only authorized persons outside of residence are allowed to travel to the NCR Plus area. You may check the link at the top right corner of this video to know more about this restriction. Now let's discuss the travel documents needed for passengers of Philippine Airlines. This is for local travelers coming from any part of the country, and the requirements are the same for all domestic travelers regardless of origin. Let's start with locally stranded individuals or LSIs. Please provide your valid ID along with your ticket. Next, authorized persons outside of residence, company ID or employment certificate. And lastly, returning overseas Filipinos, you have to provide your Bureau of Quarantine certificate, a medical result containing your swab test result, and your valid ID. Now let's proceed to the domestic travel requirements for passengers of AirAsia going to Metro Manila, coming from any part of the Philippines. We have a uniform protocol for all inbound passengers, and that is to provide only your valid ID, and later on you comply with the LGU travel requirements of your destination. But during check-in, only your valid ID and your ticket will be checked. Let us proceed to the travel requirements from Cebu Pacific Air. So in their portal, they announced that to slow down the surge in COVID-19 cases and to stop further spread of new variants, the Philippine government, through the IATF, has announced that only Apurs with essential travel are allowed to travel into and out of the NCR Plus. So as Apurs, you have to show your valid ID or any pertinent document related to your travel, and of course, your plane ticket. Now let's proceed to the international travel requirements for OFWs, non-OFWs, and foreign nationals going to Manila, Philippines. Our basis here is Philippine Airlines, but we can translate these requirements also for other airlines as well. So for non-OFWs and foreign nationals, you have to register to the Bureau of Quarantine e-health declaration card. So this is for all travelers. You are required, including children. You have to register to the BOQ One Health Pass to declare your personal information, health status, and travel history. Please note that this is a two-step registration process. So the link to this particular form will be given in the video description below. As early as 3 days prior to your departure, please register and accomplish the Philippine Airlines electronic case investigation form and save the confirmation email and QR code. The link will also be given in the video description below. And lastly, download, print, and accomplish the affidavit of undertaking for submission upon arrival in the Philippines. Please ensure to write your address and contact details in the Philippines. Please take note that these requirements are on top of the basic travel requirements that you need to prepare, such as passports and visa. Who are the foreign nationals allowed to travel to the Philippines at this time? Please check the card at the top right corner of this video or the link in the video description below for more details. For overseas Filipino workers, you have to also register to the Bureau of Quarantine eHealth Declaration Card. And for land-based OFWs, you have to create or update your account on the OFW Assistance Information System or OASIS. For fully vaccinated travelers who are inoculated in the Philippines or in a green country, the quarantine period is now shortened to just 7 days instead of 10 days, so you need to have a confirmed hotel booking for 7 days. You also need to provide proof of vaccination such as international certificates and the like. For more details on the list of green countries, please check the card at the top right corner of this video or through the link in the video description. For travelers who are not yet vaccinated or not coming from a green country, ensure to have a confirmed booking for 10 days to accommodate the schedule of your test and the release of results. And those are the domestic and international travel requirements for Metro Manila as of September 2021. Thank you so much for watching. If you find the content of this channel valuable, remember to subscribe. Feel free to